Now, we just saw that Texas House Democrats have released a statement. They will be denying quorum, meaning that tomorrow, when the proposed redistricting map was set to come to a vote, they will not be there. They will not allow it to be voted on. Your thoughts on Texas House Democrats making the move?
Well, this is like watching a 1960s sitcom over and over again. It's the same plot, it's the same scenario. The governor's going to keep calling special sessions until we get this done, and that's just, I think that's going to be the long and the short of it. So they are abdicating their duties. I don't care how they spin it. I don't care what they say. Their job is to show up on the House floor and debate. And by them uh, turning tail again and leaving their constituents behind, I do applaud them on their location. If I was going to go anywhere to get out of the Texas heat, Chicago in the summertime is lovely, so I give them credit for that. But it's just, this is wrong. When you're the minority party, it's unfortunate, but that's what happened. We lived years under Obama. We lived 4 years under Biden, and bill after bill after bill got shoved down everybody's throat. And now that the shoe is on the other foot, they want to cry foul. They want to cry victim. They need to stay here and they need to do their job.
Do you feel as though there have been any concerns that have been put forward about these proposed maps that you feel have some, I guess, validity to them?
Everybody is going
There's
to
been
have a
concerns about gerrymandering and stuff like that. That's why I ask you.
Sure. Well, again, the population has changed. The districts have changed. Populations have shifted. Hispanic districts have shifted. I just got back from McAllen, Texas, and Rio Grande City, and it's amazing what's going on down there and the shift from Democrat to conservative because of the values of the party. And so all of those things have created a difference in how the representation of the state should be laid out. So I applaud Chairman Hunter and Chairman Vasut for the way that they've handled all of this, and I think they've done a good job.
I do want to ask, do you feel as though lawmakers should be more focused on redistricting or the flooding? Because, of course, that's been a concern put forward by some Democratic lawmakers that this special session should largely be focused on, if not entirely focused on, relief and legislation following the Hill Country floods.
Well, one is there's never a convenient time to do anything like this. I would have preferred we not even have to have dealt with flooding because a special session was called for by the governor to address a lot of things that we're not even getting to at this point because of the needs of our neighbors in Central Texas. So yes, you've got to address the flooding, but you've got to address, this is something that the President of the United States has asked us to look for. And when the president asks you to look at something, you do that. That's the way it works. If the governor asks you to do something, you do that. If you are part of a large company and that company asks you to look and to do an evaluation, those are the things that you do. So I would like to do all of it, and you've got to prioritize. And right now, we've got to get this done as quickly as possible, which frankly, if the Democrats would show up and do their job, we'd be done with it and we could get to the flooding issue.
What would your message be to local East Texas Republicans in particular, now that Democrats have decided to break quorum?
My message, there's nothing that we can do other than they've got to get these guys back to the state. There are heavy fines that will pile up, and these guys are going to have to pay these heavy fines. But our lawmakers are doing what they can. They have to bring these guys back in, but eventually it's going to be up to the governor. Governor's going to have to call them back into another special session. And if they want to keep playing this game, then unfortunately it's going to cost taxpayers money. But support our representatives. Our Republican representatives are trying to do a good thing, and don't pay attention to all of the melodrama, all the hysterics, all the antics. We've got to do business. We've got to get this done. That is the job of what these legislators are supposed to be. So I applaud our Republican representatives for staying with it. I mean, God bless them for listening to all of the over-the-top testimony that has gone on over the time. The attention span that these guys have is unbelievable, listening to hours and hours of the testimony. So get behind our representatives uh, and support them in this issue. Keep calling in, keep supporting what they are doing. Let your legislator know that you appreciate their work, and let's get this done.